Welcome to the Toronto Rock Athletic Center in Oakville for a matinee matchup between the Six Nations Snipers and the Toronto Monarchs. Week 2, Season 9, and going strong. Let's take a look at today's starting goalies. For the Snipers, a familiar face in Dusty Hill. And at the other end, it'll be Sam Haynes for the Monarchs. Officials for today's game, Simon D'Souza is the crew chief. He's working with Mac Daddy Abbott and Seb Bedouin. Head coaches for Six Nations, missing today, Darcy Palace, the head coach. It'll be Vince Longboat that takes over the coaching duties. Derek Surley and Jake Henhock will be the assistants. And for the Monarchs, Justin Wilson Kirby at the helm. His assistants are Ryan Kelly and Spencer Janes. So as we get set to go here, this game 2 of week 2, last night, a thriller at Memorial Arena in Brampton. 13-12, the Oshawa Outlaws come away with a win over the defending champs. Those two teams now 1-1. These two teams coming in both 0-1, searching for their first win of this season. Snipers, of course, fell to Ohsweken 19-11 in week 1, and Toronto lost a close one, 13-8, to the defending champs from Brampton. We're underway here at the track as Devin Dunkley will roll that along, and now the offense for the Monarchs. They go to work first here. They'll kick it over. Patrick Thompson out on the offensive side. Good save made by Dusty Hill on the bounce. He'll look to outlet him. If you haven't seen Dusty Hill, keep an eye on him as Eric Poirier legs it over the timeline, as he is an agile goalie, can throw very well and accuracy pinpoint. Riley Maxwell leading scorer for that team. Keelan Pilon, let's get that straight. My apologies to his family for butchering his name in the first game. So we now have that one straight. I'd love to go with Keelan Pilon, but that ain't the case. So Keelan Pilon it is. Aaron Funky Walker, Dirty Talker, he's going to head off to the bench now. And Ty Gesso jumpstart the offense here. Riley Ford out there as well. They'll work it across. Cody Menzies floats in on the right side. 10 on the shot clock. Kick across. And a bit of a slip there. And as Garen Jennings wasn't able to hang on. Good job by the Snipers. They come away with it. Head man up ahead. Get it down, and a good shot right on and stopped as wasted no time was Jacob Keelan. And now the Monarchs back to work at the offensive end. So keep an eye out. Haven't seen the full offensive yet, of course, and you can see now as looking inside, Tanner Buck out there, of course. I don't see in the lineup a couple of faces, including Liam Aston, as Buck shot, bounced well wide. Karam's going to play. Travis Stott's going to try to jump on that. He's got Ben Wittich with him. Stotts rings it off the crossbar, out of play, and possession will remain at this end with the Snipers. So, of course, the Six Nations Snipers decked out in the orange. Toronto Monarchs wearing the home whites with the purple trim. That bouncer stopped easily by Haynes, and he'll look to flip, and Patrick Thompson going to have to hurry. Airs it out, turns it over, and it'll come back the other way. Nolan Fair, of course, the Fair brothers in the house. My apologies. I was calling them Fear before. No fella, same spelling, pronounced Fear. They are Fair. Menzies out there. He'll swing it up and across. Nathan Laycock out there as well on that right side. Forward shot. Doesn't get through. So missing today, Jordan Dance, a big piece to the puzzle, of course. Great hustle there as the Snipers run and track that down. Avery Steinbach Parker slipping through a couple defenders. Kicks it back out, and now here they go. Pilon looking for an opening. Good pass across, wide open, right side bouncer. Beauty pass from Pilon on the money, and the Snipers open the scoring lead. This one, 1-0. Just a good job by Pilon as he was able to create a bit of a mismatch. And then Slide that one over, and it's Tatsuya Yamada picking up his, what I believe to be his first Arena Lacrosse League goal. So well done on his part. Off the draw, Ben Heidecker slides it back. Dunkerley take control, make a pass, and now Patrick Thompson rolling up the right side. Thompson. Swing across Riley. Ford will get it to Gesso. Gesso fakes the pass, takes the shot. That one finds the iron. Out of play, and a fresh 20 for the Monarchs. The reset, Buck forward on the left side. Thompson there, floating around the middle is Noah Kearney. That shot right on, steered aside by Hill. Rebound, Buck fights for it, does a good job, gets it back, and they'll reset to 20. Gesso and Thompson on the right side. Thompson looking for a step on the run, kick back in. Gesso couldn't handle the pass. Hill floats one up and lands nicely, and it's Ethan Fisher. Fisher tried to tuck it, and good save there by Haynes as he got enough of it to keep it from going across that white line and keep this a one-goal game. Menzies slide it up, and they'll go to work right away with Nate Sinez. Trying to cut back in, but running out of room. And an easy save for Dusty Hill. And now Wittich will leg it up over the timeline, give way to Jeremy Bombury. Bombury, half boards left side. They'll swing it out. Briley Maxwell had himself a fabulous first game, working out there with Pilon. They'll kick it across. Yamada bounces off one, lets a sidearm go. Easy save, Haynes in the wicket. He airs one out, looking for Matt Hodgkins. Hodgkins hits the carpet, and Toronto will have possession here as we are under the 10-minute mark, opening quarter. Game 2 of week 2. We've had some exciting action already in the Arena Lacrosse League here as we are early in season number 9. Slip across, Buck with a chance. That one a good save by Hill. And quickly in transition, here come the Snipers. Kaznazelski, he'll pull up, curl out, Stotts. He'll stay out there, play some offense with Steinbach Parker. They'll work it now to Wes Whitlow. Whitlow getting in the game early, that pellet right on. And you see, if Wes Whitlow can get that engine revved up in the early going, these Snipers are going to need him, missing a couple of guns. Same could be said, of course, for the Monarchs as they're going to take a look at Sam Haynes. I think his helmet may need some adjusting, or certainly doesn't look injured, and that's a good thing. And he'll get checked on, and I think he's going to be okay. So first shot of the game for Wes Whitlow, effective to say the least. And Haynes will inbounds, and here come the Monarchs. Laycock out there on that right side. Buck gets chased out, kicks it back, works it across to Sinez. Easy save, Dusty on the run now. Here come the Snipers. Killen had better thoughts. Wait for the rest of the offense now. They'll work it left side. Trailing out late Bombury. Good skip pass across. Lean in. Whole lot of clutching and grabbing going on there by Yamada. And a turnover will give it back to the Snipers. Back to the Monarchs. 8.5 minutes. Good crowd on hand here at the track on a Saturday afternoon. Hopefully the snow holds off for a little bit. We wrap up week 2, of course, tomorrow at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena with 2 games. I'll give you more details on that. Ford on the slip. wrong stick side, but got a good shot and trying to wheel around, and a good decision by Ford to survey the situation after getting a fresh 20. Sizing up that one right on. Going to have to do a little more. Going to be Dusty Hill. No look pass there. Sinez was looking across. Ford tried to tuck it. Nothing doing. And a good job by Vredenberg. He slips by one defender, and he'll leg it over the timeline. They'll set things up now. Fisher will stay out there on that left side working with Maxwell. Pilon filters out late. Maxwell shot off the end of the stick and in. And I'm not sure, you could probably shoot 1,000 shots and that'll happen one time. And at the 7:26 mark, it happened. 2-0 the lead in favor of the Snipers on a effective shot, and certainly the start that Vince Longboat and company were looking for. Tough break for Sam Haynes as he actually made the save and unfortunately can't give himself the assist on that. So I'm good. So Bradley Maxwell picks up his first of the game. That's his 5th of the season. And now scampering is Gordon Foulon as he finds an open space. Job well done. He'll retreat to the bench now, and they'll set things up here with Jennings. Jennings on that left side, working with Buck. Jennings circles around. Nothing doing on the run again. Another good save by the Snipers defense. No shot gets through, and not sure. I don't think the shot clocks are in full effect, and that'll never be a good thing as Mason Kaminga comes flying in, but I think good job to let cooler heads prevail there, as I think the hit was late and the offensive player falling took that hit. I'm not sure that there was any intent to be malicious or to injure. I think that was just a poor timing play. And I think we'll see our first penalty of this game. Last week, against the Snipers against the Ohsweken Bears, they just couldn't generate a whole lot on offense and had a lull. The game was close, 9-7 at the half, but an explosive third quarter by Ohsweken put the game away. So looks like Jennings is going to go for the Monarchs and take a closer look, but I think it's going to be, we'll see what our officials, what conclusion they come to, if there was an aggressor or if there was an initial penalty called. And so Kaminga's going in. I think the extra one's going to go to the Monarchs. That was the original way things were shaping up. So I think that the Snipers are going to get the first power play of this game. So when you look at the Monarchs, it was a 13-8 game against Brampton. That was close as well until the third and then early in the fourth. But so these two teams, despite having 0-1 records, have played a tough first game. And when you talk to both, well, when I spoke to both coaching staffs, it was just a matter of rounding things out. So we got a couple of dead ball fouls on the Monarchs and a rough going to the Snipers. So it'll be man advantage. It looks like we're going to go 4-on-3, which always makes things interesting. Snipers with their first power play of the game. They were 3 for 5 in week 1 with the man advantage, but they also gave up a shorthanded goal. So a 5-minute major, that's what that roughing was, and 2 minor penalties on the Monarchs side and a quick stick finish. So Bradley Maxwell has been a factor already in this one. His second goal of the game comes via the power play. That will send Kuminga out of the box, and now the Snipers will again work in a situation where now it'll be 4-on-4. 4-on-4 here with just over 6.5 to play. So the major penalty to Snipers is to Eric Poirier. That was the boarding call. So Monarchs now back with 4, and we're playing some 4-on-4 lacrosse here. Patrick Thompson working in. Thompson steps back, top corner. And I tell you, the Monarchs didn't get a whole lot from Thompson in game 1. He's going to be a big factor, and he steps up right there for his first. Good job by Patrick Thompson. Of course, one of the best transition players in the Arenalacrosse League. And now with the absence of a couple of the offensive players, no Liam Ashton, of course, no Jordan Dance, someone's got to fill that void. And Patrick Thompson certainly more than capable of doing that as he steps up with a good shot, top corner. It's a 3-1 game. On the run, Monarchs looking to answer. Heidecker high-stepping, gets it to Kuminga. Kuminga will slow it up. Minute 10 left in the minor penalty to the Monarchs. Still over 4 minutes to go in the major to the Snipers, so it'll be 4-on-4 for another minute, and then a power play opportunity for Toronto. And Riley Ford taken in. Good swarming collective defense by the Snipers. Kibosh that, and now Wittich will head over the line and set things up with Whitlow and Bombury. Skip it across. Steinbach Parker. Whitlow. On the run, Wes Whitlow. That's what he does. A little air up there as he separated the foot from the carpet and took that overhand in the low corner for a 4-1 lead. Tell you, a lot can be said about Wes Whitlow, and I like the fact that he had a good hard overhand early in the game to get things started. No playing around, no casual complacency. He just came out, fired the first one, felt good, and then right there took it upon himself for a good overhand again for his first of the game. Off the draw, Whitlow, that was his third goal of the season, and Heidecker goes down on the carpet hard. Possession belongs to Toronto. Thompson. So Keelan Pilon will pick up the assist on the Whitlow goal. That shot finds the mark. So Riley Ford, working hard, finally gets rewarded for all that hard work. And Ford picks up his first of the game, a much-needed goal, not just for Riley Ford, who is an outstanding offensive player, but the fact that cuts the deficit now to 4-2, keeps Toronto in this game with just under 5 minutes to play in this opening quarter. Off the draw, Kuminga has his feet taken right out from under him. It's picked up, scooted up, and a race for it. Fisher fighting for it. Fisher in the corner. Gets turned around, still battling. Kuminga in there. Gets flipped up. Bradenberg going to try to run it down. He takes a hard hit. Bounces off. Wittich ends up with it. Slides it across. So clock will start now, and the Snipers will get their offense out there and to work. Set it up on the half boards. Left side. Back to the top now. Yamada. Maxwell and Pilon on this left side. Snap pass. That bouncer. Beauty shot off a pass. Skip pass from Whitlow. Pilon on the board for the first time. Second goal of the season. It's 5-2. So just over 4 minutes left. I imagine we'll be getting an official's timeout sometime. And off the draw, Heidecker. Numbers for the Monarchs. Kick pass, beauty execution right there on the quick stick. The buck stopped right there. That's the answer you're looking for if you're the Monarchs, and you get it from one of your best offensive threats in Tanner Buck. First of the game, second of the season, and it's 5-3. So both these teams putting up a fight now. Power play. So I think that goes down as a power play goal for the Monarchs, with Poirier in the bench. Still has 2:15 remaining in the 5-minute major. Off the draw, Snipers fighting for it, and it's Ford that scoops it up. And Ford will bring it into the offensive end. They'll get the rest of the offense out there. 2 minutes left now in the power play. Chance here for the Monarchs to close the gap, trailing by 2. Everyone will get a touch. They'll work it. And that underhand from Buck just missed. He had his sights set on that far corner. They'll go back at it again with a fresh 20. So Buck at the top here. Ford working in that shooter spot left side. Steered aside by Dusty Hill, and I thought he got a piece of that, but crew chief Simon D'Souza, better angle than I've got, and no argument from anyone else but me. So possession now belongs to Bombury and the Snipers. Under a minute and a half now in the man short. Pilon will get it over. Whitlow will create some space now, looking for a screen. Gets one, a roll. Nothing doing. Kick across Pilon, 10 on the shot clock. On the run, Pilon! Keelan Pilon. Short-handed goal, and a big one, makes it 6-3. Second of the game for Pilon, and a big one as the Snipers did a good job in that man short to spread the floor, create some space, and I think if you're Sam Haynes, you probably want that one back. That was a few steps outside of that dotted half circle. Off the draw, scooped up, and good work by Nathan Fair. And now the Snipers will set things up in the offensive end. So again, with 50 seconds left, shot clock now down at 10. Mike McLaughlin. KG vet, I tell you, we appreciate having that man in this league. He's been here since the beginning in unbelievable shape and continues to bring what you need, veteran leadership, to that dressing room. Buck now will set it up, so 30 seconds left in the power play here. They'll look to try to answer that goal. Ford, quick bouncer, stopped by Hill. Hill now will look to air it out, put some air under it, lofts it into the basket. Here come the Snipers with numbers. 3-on-2 and tight. Good save, Sam Haynes. And we're going to have a delayed penalty coming here, and it's going to go to the Monarchs. Good opportunity for Nozelski. And so that's one of those cases. If you're the Snipers, you know it's a delayed penalty. You want to stay out of any kind of issue. Just 5 seconds left in the major penalty. So in that 5 seconds, it'll allow the Snipers to go on the power play. So too many men on the floor is the call. And with all that, this is just the second power play opportunity for the Snipers in this game. And they'll have to get someone in the box, and they do. So 1-for-1 with a man advantage. So the penalty will elapse now, and the Snipers go to work with a man advantage here. An opportunity to extend that 3-goal lead. Pilon at the top. Whitlow, no look. Skip. Looking down low. Again, Whitlow sizing up, backhand snap, underhand. Bombury slid that one in, and both officials right on the spot say and the Monarchs now will counter the other way. Good piece of officiating, both officials right where they should be to make that call. Thompson, he's going to go for a bit of a jog. Minute 20 left in the man short. Airs it down in the corner. Tough bounce, but still a chance for Jennings. And Jennings fishes that out nicely. Jennings, but a toe on the crease. And a good attempt there, and the Snipers now we're into the final minute of the first quarter. Bombury. He'll set it up, working with Pilon. Maxwell out there as well. Whitlow and Yamada on that right side. Maxwell and Whitlow on interchange. Underhand, just wide of the mark. That's going to go back, going to be a race here. Thompson, good box out. Waits, scoops it up now. 30 seconds left in the quarter. Thompson. Size it up. And 20 now in the game clock. 15. 1 second differential shot in game. Jesso swing across Ford, isolated on the left. Ford ducks in, spins around. Ford again underneath, lost it. Snipers pick it up. Dying seconds now. Shot from way out and an easy save. 15 minutes have rolled on by. 6-3, Snipers lead. All set to go here for second quarter action. Lance Wynn working alongside JVI Productions as always. We are 1 quarter in here. Game 2 of Week 2, Season 9 of the Arenalacrosse League from the Toronto Rock Athletic Center. Of course, home practice facility of the NLL's Toronto Rock, official partner of the All. Wes Whitlow. Whitlow tried to feather that off the crossbar, and the carom went right to Maxwell, and they'll set it up. So now, penalties over, team's back to full strength. Bombury couldn't get that. Kaminga, that's a hit from behind, an easy call there. So that'll be a delayed penalty now. Monarchs, in the meantime, between time, will set it up on offense. Looking to close the gap here, trailing by 3. Buck. Plenty of time in the shot clock. Waits. They'll swing it around, work it. Jesso. Back over to Buck. Skip pass and a quick stick. Almost worked beautifully as Laycock on the receiving end, but that's going to allow Toronto to go back to the power play as Bombury is going to go for an illegal check. 1 for 1 with the man advantage of the Monarchs. Problem is they have also given up a shorthanded goal. And so those will cancel each other out, and we'll go at it right here with a fresh look. Buck at the top. Ford working in that shooter spot on the left. Jesso on the shooter on the right. They'll give everyone a touch, work it around. Noah Kearney out there. Down on that crease. Kearney fights for it. They get possession. Ford. Skip across. They try the quick stick again. Buck now will retrieve, and they'll reset it to 20. And through the crease, the call is Ford went earlier, but you got to know there has to be something happen in between the last time as Wittich. High stepping it. Looks for the back door, scoots that one back up, and creating some space now is Pilon. He'll work it on the right side with Steinbach Parker. Looking for a little shake and bake. Gets a screen from Whitlow on the run. That shot steered aside by Haynes. Whitlow picks it up. Picks that pass, a little too much air on it. Thompson almost had it. Good hustle, and Steinbach Parker couldn't keep it on this side of the line. Possession belongs to Toronto. Just over a minute left in the sniper penalty. And the Monarchs power play back to work with Buck. Buck now working alongside usual suspects as Kearney now looking to step in that crease, kick back out, swing around right side, look back in. Jesso had a clear path to the net and looked Dusty Hill right in the eye, but couldn't pick that far corner. Steinbach Parker. Final 30 seconds now, this penalty. They'll work it out. Maxwell will hold on to it. Work the clock down now. Down to 10. Yamada with two defenders. Spins. Yamada tried a twister. Didn't get a whole lot on it, but that was just because he was defended well. And now Jennings will leg it over the timeline. Dying seconds of the power play. And they'll look to set up their offense as we head towards the 12-minute mark of the first half. Riley Ford shot right on. Hill has a man. Airs it out. Pocket. Stotts. Low and wide of the mark. Going to be a penalty on a late hit. And can argue all you want, but you hit him late, and that'll cost Etche at least 2 minutes and allow the Snipers to go to power play number 3. And there you go. There you have a prime example of what a goaltender that can throw the ball, the advantages he gives you and the opportunities. And now the Snipers will go to work. They are 1 for 2 with the man advantage. Maxwell will be the quarterback here. He's got Whitlow with him. And they'll interchange. Pilon in there as well. Takes the pass, strolls in, and a big stop by Sam Haynes to close the wickets and the door. Harlan is going to leg it over the timeline now and look for some assistance. Gets it backdoor, Cody Menzies. Menzies swing across now, Kearney. They'll keep it out. Under 1:30 to go. 8 on the shot clock. Menzies. Kearney going to try to spin, get a better angle. Kearney takes it strong, and good job of closing it up, but a good effort by Noah Kearney to keep those Snipers on their toes while killing off the penalty. Whitlow. Hidden ball trick, almost hid from everyone. Whitlow, beauty pass across. Bombury kick back up. Pilon, they'll swing it, reset at the top. Whitlow. Maxwell overhand, and that rings off the bar. Great hands to scoop that rebound by Steinbach Parker. And a fresh 20. 40 seconds left in the power play. Pilon, two-man game. Bombury steps in, looks, no. Looking for a cutter, couldn't connect. And now here come the Monarchs the other way. Dunkerley on the run. Good transition defense by the Snipers. Dunkerley's going to go for a bit of a loop. Final 30 seconds to burn here. Has a cutter now across and wasn't able to connect with Laycock. And now the Snipers will counter. Final 15 seconds of the man advantage. Headed toward the 10-minute mark here, first half. 3-goal lead for the Snipers. Whitlow. Pilon had a notion, him and Maxwell. Left side. Maxwell has an opening. Tried to go low. Great save, Haynes. Rebound, Steinbach, Bombury. And a good job on the offensive boards by these Snipers, giving themselves another opportunity. Penalty over, teams back to 5 aside. Slip back, Bombury, kick over. Yamada on the run. Not enough on that. He'll get it back, dump it in the corner. And the Snipers will retreat, set up their defense. Here come the Monarchs. 9.5 to go here in the second. Harlan puts on the brakes. And he'll swing it across. They'll start it with Gesso on that right side. Gesso working with Ford. Ford isolated one-on-one. Cutter inside, and Laycock went for it, but again, good job by Ford to back up his teammate. 5 on the shot clock. Good swim move. Ford, wrong stick side, and it finds the mark. Riley Ford, from a tough angle, slipped that one past Dusty Hill for a 6-4 game. It's a good job there. Wasn't sure Riley Ford had a whole lot of options, and he knew he was running out of time, but that great swim move way on the boards freed him up, allowed him some space to get the shot off, and he collects his second of the game, and it's 6-4. Off the draw, Monarchs control. Ethan Thompson doing a good job. They'll regroup now with Jennings. He'll stay out there. They'll move it to the right side. On the interchange, Buck back to the left. One-on-one. Buck, quick shot. Tried to go 5-hole, but he'll sniff that one out, and he'll look to outlet. Stotts now will be tasked with moving it up over the timeline. Stotts puts on the brakes. Good flip. Steinbach Parker. Hesitation. Harlan on him. Kicks it back out. Now Whitlow. Whitlow had his pass knocked down by Thompson. 5 on the shot clock. Pass inside the middle. That one from Pilon, and he was fearless. He knew he was going to take a hit. Stayed in there, and good defensive stand by the Monarchs. They'll set things up now with Hodgkins. Thompson will duck a check and retreat to the bench. Ford gliding along that left side. Swing across. Quick bouncer, Hill. Easy work of that one. Rebound collected, though, by Laycock. Inside, tight Kearney. Puts on the brakes. He'll kick it back out, and they'll reset from the top of the left side. Ford on the run. That one, lost the stick. Ford shot that one from laying on the carpet. Hill picks it up. Quick outlet now to Hess. Riley Hess. We are under 7.5 minutes to go here. Second quarter. 6-4 in favor of the Snipers. Bombury. Shake and bake, but Maxwell provided a little too much cover, and with 7:11 to go, no big gulp, but that will allow us to take our first officials timeout. We'll do the inbounds after our officials timeout. Been a bit of a lull here as far as watching the ball go in the back of the net. Both these two teams have tightened their defense here in this second quarter. Buck working with Ford on the left side. Ford isolated one-on-one. Bodies flying. Menzie goes down hard. Ford puts on the brakes, curls back out. No look pass. Swings it. Stepping into one, but a good save there by Dusty Hill. And we're going to have an illegal cross-checking call, and it looks like it's going to go to the Snipers. So they're going to be playing defense a little bit longer, as it looks like Gavin Skye will head to the penalty box. Power play number 3 for the Monarchs. They're 1 for 2, but they've also given up a shorthanded marker. Chance here to close the gap, now trailing by a couple. Buck at the top, working with Gesso again, and the interchange has Kearney down low working with Ford. Kearney now parked in the middle. Quick stick almost. Great finish as that feed right in traffic. Snipers pick it up now, and it looks like legging it up is Wittich. Wittich has a man with him. Wittich dumps it off. Good job, a great save by Haynes on a beauty pass attempt. Wittich in transition, moving with Fisher, but not able to beat Haynes. Minute 22 left in the power play. No look again, right in the slot, Kearney. So 2 opportunities there for Noah Kearney. Wasn't able to convert. Vredenberg trying to thread the needle. Gets it across. Good job to track that down. And it's Pilon. Of course, the Snipers missing Mitch Zulian today. Happy 95th birthday to his grandma, as she's an avid fan and supporter. And, of course, a greeting to the Zulian family. Look forward to seeing you guys soon. But celebrate the birthday as we head into the holidays here. And the Monarchs now to work. 42 seconds left in the man advantage. And not being able to capitalize in the power play was one of the concerns that head coach Nick Krepensek expressed to me. They knew that there were some things after week 1 they needed to tighten up. And now Buck changes the angle, goes over the top, but a good save by Dusty Hill. Ball loose. Poirier going for it. He's going to try to pin it against the boards. It squirts loose. Battling for it hard and taking his man out was Keelan. And now Monarchs with just 6 seconds left in the power play. Buck lets it go and bulges the twine. Tanner Buck picks up the second power play goal for the Monarchs, and we've got ourselves a 6-5 game. Buck's second goal of this game comes with just under 5 minutes to go here in this first half. Sure, Dusty Hill would like that one back, but I think every netminder that gives up one from that distance wants it back. Sometimes it's just a heck of a good shot. Dunkerley will set it up with teams now back to full strength. They'll keep it on the right side. Thompson, kick across. They'll stay right back now on the right with Gesso. That shot never found its way through. Tough one as Jennings. And now the Snipers, and I think we're going to have too many on the floor, and that's the call as an itchy trigger finger at the door there for Six Nations. And so that is the case, and fresh off their second power play goal, the Monarchs will go back to work with the man advantage. So if you're the coaching staff from Toronto, you're happy with the way that transpired, looking to capitalize again, trailing by just one now. Usual suspects out there. They'll work it around the horn, give everyone a touch. Kearney continues to work and be disruptive in front of the net, but that crease dive, a beauty attempt by Ford, but now back the other way. Here come the Snipers and putting on the brakes. Fisher looking to burn some clock. We're under 4 minutes here. Second quarter. Of course, tomorrow it'll be the Whitby Steelhawks against the Paris River Wolves. That goes at 1 o'clock. Peterborough Timbermen, Ohsweken Bears. That goes at 4. On the cut, Whitlow ducks through 2, goes to the backhand. Trying to fish that out, but I tell you, I never get tired of Whitlow's creativity as he tried to go with a bullet backhand in traffic. Buck now will counter the other way and set things up. So if you are Toronto, you want to be a little more deliberate here on this power play, get a good shot off. That one from Gesso, wide of the mark. Going to be a tough carom. Poirier trying to scoop and go. Almost too many on the floor, but a good job by the Monarchs. And Ford now. No reset on the clock, not a full possession. And Ford goes to the bounce, and we have ourselves a tie game. Riley Ford with his third goal of this game and third power play goal for the Monarchs, and we're knotted at 6 with just over 3 minutes to play. So what was head coach Nick Krepensek's concern certainly seems to be an improvement as they have closed the gap and pulled even with the Snipers. Off the draw, Harlan. No numbers for Toronto, so they'll look to dump it out to an open area and set things up. Kearney. Thompson looking for an opening, gets a screen, skip pass, tough one. Kearney manages to track it down. 8 on the shot clock. Kearney going to get ahead of steam. Dumps it off, tough pass to Ford, and not able to get it. Scooped up, good hands by Whitlow, and they'll work it the other way. Backdoor, Bombury. Kick it back, working Whitlow. They'll stay with the two-man game. Maxwell. Yamada. Tried to go to the overhand. Good defense to get that stick up there in the shooting lane. And now Etche going to move it up over the timeline. We are at the 2-minute warning. First half. Jennings hangs on to it. Gets nudged aside. 8 on the shot clock now. Monarchs got to go to work. Laycock diving. Lost the handle, rebound, good save, Dusty Hill. Sky's going to scoop that up. That one's knocked down. Karam played, and that's through the crease, so Snipers will have it now. And one pass now to Maxwell. My bad, not Maxwell. Set things up on that left side. That's Pilon. So Whitlow, stop, start. Whitlow had it pop out of his stick. Still laying around that dotted half circle, and possession to the Monarchs now. Kuminga turns it over, and it'll go all the way down. So the Snipers now will leg it back up into the offensive end. We are at the last minute here of this opening half. Pilon, he has been good this half. Ducks through one on the roll. Maxwell shot. Right on. Haynes the save. He'll look for someone from his knees. Gets it in. Thompson. Transition. Thompson. Great save, Dusty Hill. My, oh my. Sliding the pads together. The dust bucket. Steinbach Parker. Final 30 seconds of the half. Works it across. Pilon lets it go. Too much bounce on that one. Almost Steinbach Parker keeping it in now. Etche and the Monarchs are going to call a timeout. 22.7 seconds to go here in the half. We'll let the coaches do their thing, and we'll be right back. So as we get set to go here for the final 22 seconds, Monarchs have drawn up their play. Net empty at their end for the extra attacker, so Buck will handle the inbounds. And we'll see what the Snipers have to counter that. So Buck, Ford, Kearney, Jesso, Laycock. And floating in the middle there looks like Cody Menzies. Here we go. Zip across. Buck has a lane. Goes to the bounce off the post. So dying second left, and that'll just allow for one shot, Buck. And they try a quick stick. So we have played 30 minutes here at the track. And we're starting from scratch. 6-6 to score. We'll be back with the third. Set to go here for third quarter action from the Toronto Rock Athletics Center. As we continue with Week 2 action, this Game 2 of Week 2. 13-12, the Oshawa Outlaws over the Brampton Express, defending champs in last night's opening game of Week 2. And now the Monarchs and Snipers tied at 6 here, heading into the final 30 minutes. Patrick Thompson has a goal in this game, shoots it over. Buck can't handle it. Good defense right on it. Kearney goes in there, fishes it out with 8 on the shot clock. Kearney will kick it back out. And a chance. Laycock trying to use his body. Dusty Hill. Great save there. And Kearney kicks that one out. Vradenberg in a race. And Buck teeters on the line. And that'll be an over and back. And possession to the Snipers. Of course, want to send a special shout out to Zach Kearney. Unfortunate injury, but we certainly know he will be back in full effect. And, of course, always want to wish the Kearney family well. Kuminga, almost a nice feed to Jesso flying up the middle. And just a word of note, I said that Snipers head coach Darcy Pallas not here today, but he has found his way here, so good to have him as Briley Maxwell now. Looking for a screen. Gets one from Pilon. Kicks it back out. Yamada gets a step. Tried to go far corner, and save made by Haynes. And now the Monarchs will look to counter. Yamada not able to handle that burst of speed, and now they'll slow things down here with Sinez. Menzies on the run. Works it across Ford. 8 on the shot clock. Ford trying to go under. Sky has him locked down. Ford, weak shot, easy save. Hill. And Hill put that in the net and tried to fish it out quickly, but unfortunately the officials right on top of that. And Merry Christmas, Toronto Monarchs. They get a 7-6 lead. So I'm not sure who they'll credit that goal to. I think we will pick a favorite, and that's Dusty Hill, so we'll give him the marker there, and the Snipers trailing now. So Riley Ford gets credited for his fourth because he was in the vicinity, and 7-6 lead now for the Monarchs. Ball loose, Dunkerley. Bombury put a stop to that, picked it up, sent it over. No look, and a quick finish, and it is Keelan Pilon in the building. Great job to fish that out by Bombury. And then Pilon with his third of the game, right place, right time for the quick stick finish, and in the blink of an eye, we are knotted at 7. So each team with a touchdown here in this game. And the Monarchs now with possession. Just over 12 and a half to go here, third quarter. Ford working out there. And now swinging across and down now to Laycock. Laycock bounces off one. Buck. Give and go, gone and went. Scooped up and swung back around. Laycock keeping the feet moving, 10 on the shot clock. Trying to body in too much of the crease area. And Snipers now will counter the other way and work it up with Poirier. Bombury. One-on-one. He'll work with Pilon now, and he'll get it back to Maxwell, swing around to Yamada. Yamada on the roll. Down low, Whitlow tried to go tuck it in, took a late hit, no call. Ball loose. Whitlow in there, digging, and they're going to say Whitlow went through the crease, so possession's going to belong to Toronto now. Dunkerley. He'll hold up, wait for the offense. Menzies now jump start across. Gesso. Skip past. They'll keep it right on that right side. Gesso had it pop out of his stick, was getting ready to pull the trigger. And now the Snipers working the other way with Vredenberg. He'll give way now. Steinbach, Parker, and then Bombury. Bombury looking for an opening. Turns the corner. Gets a good screen. Maxwell on the roll. Nothing doing. Chance here now. Thompson pushes it ahead. Going to try to run this one down. And a good job as the Snipers swarm, pick up possession, and move it up in one pass. So there was no reset because Thompson never got full possession. And a good heads-up play by Patrick Thompson not to, and that kept the shot clock rolling, and the Monarchs now have the ball. Tied at 7. Buck. Skip. Laycock inside, too tight to Ford. Ill-advised pass. Snipers will get possession now, and it's Hess. Hessel flip. Pilon. Defender right on him. Bombury kicks it across. Yamada. Yamada rolling across. Finds Whitlow. Bombury had it. Pilon bailed him out. That looked a bit high. Wasn't sure, but dying seconds on the shot clock now, and they'll just leave that down there, and possession will belong to Toronto. So hopefully someone going home happy, 50-50. Merry Christmas to you. Toronto now working. We're under the 10-minute mark here in the third. Looking inside, skips across. Jennings. And he taken down hard, and Hill with an easy flip. Nothing will happen as Buck gets untangled, and now Wittich. They'll kick it back to the top. Maxwell will work the half boards on the left. Whitlow. Had Bombury. That's twice Bombury was napping just a bit. Wasn't able to catch a ball right in the pocket now, and here comes Harlan over the timeline, and Walker. He'll work it forward. No look across. Kearney. Laycock has some room with 10 on the shot clock. Down low, tried to quick stick with Ford, who was open on the crease. Just wasn't able to connect. Killen gets it to Stotts. They'll set it up now. Pilon. Hesitation move, looking for a screen, has it taken away. Good stick check there. Good hands by Ethan Thompson. And now Haynes, one bounce. Thompson runs under it. Patrick Thompson scoots to the middle. Thompson shot, and he picks the corner. Patrick Thompson. That's transition lacrosse right there. Picks up his second of the game. So Thompson had been quiet. I told you off the top his ability to be effective in transition. You saw it there on a beauty pass from Haynes, who laid that softly and nicely on a bounce into the basket, and Thompson did the rest. (8-7) home side advantage here. Off the draw, Snipers pick it up, flip, and a good pass. Pilon a chance. Pilon, too much bounce on the ounce. Goes off the rafters, and it will go back the other way to Toronto. Jennings. So Cohen Jennings, I know I've been throwing Jennings around like there's just one of them out there. Gesso. Ford, one-on-one, gets a step. Ford tried to go top shelf as Dusty Hill going down, and now going to counter the other way. Fisher, 2-on-1, takes the shot, stop, rebound, picked up, another save by Haynes. Toronto countering the other way now with Hodgkins. Good goaltending at both ends here. 7.5 minutes to go, third quarter. 8-7 Monarchs. Sainez. He threw a crowd, slips that through the armpit and into the back of the net. So a well-executed, good overhand snipe. And it's a 9-7 lead for the Monarchs. Game has gone back and forth. Both teams capitalizing on some mental lapses defensively, and that's how this one has sort of rolled here in this third. So Sinez picks up his first of the game. Thompson. So Jennings will pick up the assist. Buck now as the Toronto offense to work with 10 on the shot clock. Laycock bounced out with 5. Gets double teamed. That's going to be a penalty. And once again, Toronto's going to go on the power play. Too bad because some hard work there from Killen didn't pay off. That will take us to our officials' timeout, I believe. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. So Jacob Killian, the guilty party, he's going to get 2 minutes for holding. That's going to allow for another Monarchs power play. They are 3 for 5 with a man advantage. Back to it again now. And it's Gesso. Ford at the top this time. Buck working that triangle. Backhand in traffic. And Laycock tied up. That shot deflected. And slips through the short side. Tanner Buck. So I don't know how Buck got that one done, but he manages to pocket the fourth power play goal for the Monarchs. Buck's third of the game. He's now got 4 on the season, and it's 10-7 Toronto. So that will nullify that penalty, and you look here, special teams has been the difference for Toronto. 4 power play goals in this game. They lead by 3. Heidecker had it, lost it, Bombury. Bombury dumps it up. Pilon. Backhand! Oh, Keelan Pilon. Or my mistake, that was the Wes Whitlow, as Whitlow pulls that one out of his bag of tricks for his second of the game. And if you haven't caught a glimpse of Whitlow in action, you'll know that no one has a better backhand finish than he does. And just like that, it's 10-8. I think Pilon's going to have to do something like that now that I yelled out his name, as early jump, but draw wasn't done. As now Whitlow picks one up. Good stick skills. Weaves through. Whitlow still ducks through another. Has a triple team. Still has it. Whitlow bouncing off one. Takes the underhand. And a save made by Haynes. That ball gets bounced up. Pilon's going to track that one down and get some help. So Snipers looking a little rejuvenated here. Whole lot of tree chopping going on. Walker doing that as Pilon will settle things. Kick across, looking for Yamada. Couldn't get it cleanly, but managed to track down. Dying seconds, that shot right on. Haynes couldn't find it, and it laid in the crease, and possession to Toronto with under 5.5 to go here in the third. Thompson. They'll slide it over now as Ford will work it to Buck, left side. Buck. Gesso. Lays it out there. Chance for Menzies on a good shot, but Hill positioned perfectly, and now Stotts. One-handle cradle. He'll bring it up over. He's got big Sky with him. Send that over. Killy not able to handle that. Bombury now. Thompson. Swim move. Thompson. Ducks one. Lose it. Thompson. Chance bounce. Save Dusty Hill. And a late hit is going to cost the Snipers at the very least 2. A good save made by Dusty Hill. So Patrick Thompson again putting the pressure on the Snipers' defense, draws a penalty. It'll be Travis Stotts, the guilty party. And so I'm not sure they called 2 penalties on the play. So it's an illegal cross-check and too many on the floor. So it'll be a 5-on-3. Monarchs are going to get a chance here to spread the gap, leading by 2. So they will go with a safety and go 4-on-3 here with that inverted triangle on D. Chance there, quick again, but Hill had the short side cut off. Nothing for Buck. Retrieves it, gets it back out. Buck. Sinez out there as well. Now Vradenberg. One man to beat. Vradenberg has a man with him. Jumping in the rush. Vradenberg. Kick across. Good hands. Great save by Haynes. So a good rush. Wittich and Fisher just weren't able to convert. Fisher now. He'll flip that up. They'll look to kill some time here. Nathan Fair out there as well. Dying second shot clock, so job well done. Minute 4 left in both penalties. We're under 4 minutes to go here in this third quarter. 2-goal lead for the Monarchs. Back to it now. Sinez working on that right side. No look. Ford. Duck in. Ford twister stop. Ball loose again. Wittich goes down to the carpet. Laying on there and doing a good job fighting his way and getting possession. Monarchs working hard. Now Gesso. Bach took a step before he had it. Able to regain control with 7 on the shot clock. Bach. Gesso. Overhand, Dusty Hill steered that one aside with the pad. Rebound again, Buck, fresh 20. No look, right on the doorstep. Sinez not able to finish, and Gesso from the top. Under 3 minutes to go, final 10 seconds of both penalties. Buck, quick snap, skip. That one top corner. Well put, well placed, and well done. Nate Sinez with his second of the game. Another power play goal for the Monarchs. They've got 5 in total and lead this one 11-8. So similar to what we've seen from the Snipers in week 1, where they trailed by 2 at the half to the Bears, but then gave up 6 in the third, and that was the difference in the game. Here, again, struggling in the third quarter. The flip up now. Dunkerley lets it go and scores. So a quick transition goal. Give Ben Heidecker some credit. Devin Dunkerley gets the job done, and right now the Monarchs are rolling along. So it looks like that does not go as a power play goal. Penalty, second penalty over just as before the goal went in. Well, I changed that instead, corrected. So they get a couple. That is classified a power play goal. And now with under 2.5, it's Thompson. 4-goal lead for the Monarchs. Thompson has room. He'll let it go and go 5-hole. Patrick Thompson has stepped up his game here and extends the lead to 13-8. Third of the game for Patrick Thompson. And after a bit of a sluggish performance in week 1, he has stepped it up here in week 2. Just a reminder, Sunday to wrap up week 2, it'll be the Steelhawks against the River Wolves, 1 p.m. at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena, and then the Timbermen and Bears will follow that up at 4 p.m., same place. They're going to do a redraw. No, they won't. They'll say a violation, possession to Toronto. Just over 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Ethan Thompson trying to burn some clock. Instead, Snipers now will regain possession. So as we head now to the final 2 minutes of this quarter, you figure that the Snipers are going to need something. Bradley Maxwell has been extremely quiet in this game offensively. They're going to need something from him. Whitlow, shake and bake. Looks for something. Maxwell ducks back in. Maxwell, and that one just deflected. Had its sights on the top corner. And not able to get a hold was Yamada. And now it's Walker. Walker, top corner. Funky Walker, dirty talker, getting it done. And he doesn't usually end up in the goal-scoring column, but he does here today. Aaron Walker, one of the defensive anchors for this Monarch team, delivers as he outworked Yamada, and we're going to have a goaltending change as Dusty Hill is going to head out. Action Jackson Longboat will take over between the pipes. We'll see if we see Dusty Hill back again. Stotts off the draw, working against Heidecker. Scooped up Dunkerley. Scrum ensues. Dunkerley knocks it ahead. Thompson. Thompson going for a run. Thompson. Kick back out, and they'll reset and work it here with Kearney. So Toronto has put together an outstanding quarter here in the third. On the run, saved by Longboat as his first shot was a bit of a screen. Possession regained. We're into the final minute here of the third. Trailing out late, Jesso. Sit back, that backhand right on. Easy save for Longboat. He'll look now for someone and lofts it up, and they're going to have to hurry to get it over the line. Stott's going to have to stick that stick, and he does. Poirier. He'll hold up. 30 seconds left in the quarter. Pilon on the curl. Whitlow puts on the brakes. Whitlow, Pilon. 10 on the shot clock. in tight, tried to look for Steinbuck Parker. Tracks it down 5 in the shot clock. Steinbuck Parker had it taken away. Pelon, quick shot off the post. It caroms though, and a chance now the other way for the Monarchs. And now Dunkerley runs into Maxwell. And he gets it taken from him, but a little extra. Possession stays 2.9 on the clock. Dunkerley tried to take a little bit of an advantage, and that's going to see the clock wind down 3/4. We are through 14-8 in favor of the Monarchs. To go in the dying seconds of that third quarter, West Whitlow's picked up a 10-minute misconduct penalty. That will again allow the already potent power play for the Monarchs to go back to work. They have added 3 power play goals in this half alone. They have tallied 6 times with the man advantage. And now, with a 10-minute major, it'll be Whitlow that's not in the lineup. Now, you do play 5-on-5, but you've got now one of your best scorers and best players not on the floor. Maxwell, slide that across, work with Yamada. Yamada, Bombury. Bombury shakes one defender, goes to the bounce. Good save, Haynes. Bombury retrieves the rebound. Fresh 20, but he's pinned against the boards. Scoots loose. Had a thought, Steinbuck Parker. Reverse pivot, kick back out. Pelon, 10 on the shot clock. Down low looking for Maxwell. Maxwell off to Karam. Down low, Pelon off the post. And good job to fish that out by the Monarchs as the Snipers were all over them offensively. It's Dunkerley. He'll flip Buck. Jesso just saw that defender coming out late, and eyes in the back of the head don't hurt. Buck, skip across, no look back, give and go. Buck, 8 on the shot clock, flip out front. Forward couldn't handle it. Good defense by the Snipers. Good hesitation, and they get it up and over the timeline. Good job done by Nazelski. He'll give way now, and Yamada. Bombury had a step, curled back, again, and that's a case where he beat a man and then ran right back into him, allowed him to defend him again. Walker off the hop. No one with him this time, so he'll think better of it. Stop, drop, and set up shop. And now the offense out with plenty of time on the shot clock. Menzies. He kicks it across. Ford. Ford twister. Tried to go 5-hole, nothing doing. And now aired out as it looks like Dusty Hill back in between the pipes. No, I think that's still action. And Monarchs now, hesitation move. They'll bounce it back out. And they'll set things up with forward half boards on the left. Skip. That one takes a weird hop and comes all the way back to the right into Jennings, and that's going to be another penalty. Dougie Powless with a great tackle, which would have worked on NFL Sunday, but not necessarily here, so he's going to head to the penalty box. Another power play opportunity for the Monarchs, and it's going to be an easy assessment for Darcy Palace and Vince Longboat and the rest of the coaching staff for the Snipers. Bottom line, 5-on-5, they're as good as anyone, but when they spend all that time in the penalty box, there isn't a team in this league that can win down a man. Good job by Laycock to track that down. Jesso kicks it to the right shooter's spot. They worked a 2-man game, and a bouncer right on as Sinez didn't get exactly everything he wanted on it. Now a lofter, one hopper, run under. And now Nazelski will look to burn some time, just under a minute and a half in the man short. Pelon gets a running start, gets a good shot off. So Keelan Pilon has been a bright spot for the Snipers here. That's his 4th goal of the game. It comes shorthanded. Second shorthanded goal surrendered by the Monarchs. And it's 14-9 in favor of Toronto. So I like that. Good heads-up play. That's the way to be aggressive on that. And with this team, the Monarchs have played some good defense. Thompson, that one a little bit of a fan as he popped that one over the glass and out of play. And the Snipers now with possession with just over a minute to go now in the man short. So if you get a 10-minute misconduct, got to serve that entire 10. And that's what Wes Whitlow's doing. So hopefully he comes out with a whole lot of zest. Still got some time to spend in the bin. Steinbach Parker on the run. That just wide of the mark. That will go up, and Kuminga will run under the loose ball and bring it into the offensive end with 32 seconds left in the man advantage. Under 11 minutes to go here, final quarter. Both these two teams looking for their first win of the season. Sitting at 0-1 records. Tried the underhand. Quick stick rebound again. Good save by Longboat as he slid over there nicely. Cut that off now, and it's McLaughlin. Back door. Shoots it over Pilon. He'll keep it back out. Final seconds now of the Snipers penalty. And now they'll finally be back to full strength. 10 on the shot clock. Pilon chased back out of that dotted half circle. Too much. Bombury trying to give him a screen, and that's a delay of game. And right back to the penalty box go the Snipers. And there's no sense in arguing that because that's been a rule since day one. You can't slide the ball. You got to drop it. And a delay of game, another power play for the Monarchs. So the Snipers really making it hard for themselves as they continue to run in quicksand. And now Monarchs will reset again. 6 power play goals scored, 2 shorthanded goals given up by Toronto in this game. And now Ford. Gesso tried to skip it across, had it knocked out, head man across. Numbers now for the Snipers. Chance here. Fair. In alone, but he can't beat Haynes. So a clear-cut breakaway, but a big save from Sam Haynes. Now Kuminga. Ford, backhand, Buck. Chased out of that dotted half circle. Now Buck will reset anyway. As time on the side of the Monarchs. Ford lets it go up, and that one stays in play. Good read on the carom, and it goes over the timeline, and possession will belong to the Snipers. 1:09 left in the Snipers penalty. And they have possession now with under 9.5 to go in this fourth quarter. Steinbach Parker. He's just going to tantalize and keep that one back there. Look to burn some clock. And kick it back out to Bombury. Yamada. 10 on the shot clock. Yamada in some trouble. Tried to swim, but that one picked up through the crease, the call on Steinbach Parker. Possession the other way. And now Toronto will look to extend their lead as they have a 5-goal advantage. Buck. Toronto has played outstanding despite missing a couple of big guns in Liam Ashton, Jordan Dance. Quick shot forward. That goes off a defender's helmet. So no reset. 8 on the shot clock. Buck going to have to move. Right down in on a cutter. No look pass. Buck. Great save there by Longboat. Ball picked up, and it's Fisher. He moves it up to McLaughlin. McLaughlin sights the back door. Bam, the pass. Looking for Bombury, but he couldn't handle it. Ethier or Ethier. I'm going to go with Ethier. Fishes that one out neatly. And now the Monarchs move it up. Good job by Ethier to somehow in a crowd come away with it. Buck, penalty over, teams back to 5 aside. Probably a good 2 minutes left in that Whitlow major. And that one's going to cost him another one, as looks like Poirier. Good save by Longboat. That trickled through the wickets but not in. And I know that the Snipers bench are arguing, but the two-handed chop that Poirier delivered there isn't allowed in any league, and now the Snipers have compounded that with a bench minor. So I see Whitlow exiting stage left, so he's done for the day. And there'll be another ejection as Darcy Palace is going to come out as he's ejected from the game. So a 2 and a 5 have been assessed. Couple of ejections in Whitlow and Coach Palace. And now we're back to it here as the Monarchs will continue to try to extend their lead. Ford. Jesso's shot can't find the way through, under 7.5 to go. That one quick stick as a good job by Longboat to hug that post. And now the Snipers will leg that one up over the timeline. So a mountain to climb here, but important to get some good things out of this. And like I said before, this is week 2 of the season. Going for a run and trying to split a couple of defenders is Killian. He will do a good job to burn some clock as the shot clock now will expire. So a good 30 work there. Minute 7 left in the minor. Still over 4 minutes in the major. And now Patrick Thompson will trot it up. And if you're Toronto now, you're not necessarily looking to add to anything. You want to work some clock here, do some good things, keep the habits good, take good shots, and continue to work hard. They've played a solid game here and remained composed as Longboat picks that up, and he works it up now, and it's Wittich. Wittich. Set it back, and they'll hold it down here with Fair. Fair's going to go for a bit of a run. Forgot the ball now, and Dunkerley with a chance here. Devin Dunkerley, Wittich chasing. Dunkerley twister stop by Longboat. Rebound picked up, and the Snipers are going to look to counter the other way, get it over the timeline. 10 seconds left in the minor penalty. Good job by Vredenberg. We're under 6 minutes to go here in this fourth. Vredenberg eluding a defender. He'll kick back out to a cutter. Put Steinbach Parker in a tough position, but great job to hang on to it. Right on by Haynes, who has been rock solid. And now Harlan's going to have to hustle to get it over the timeline, and he does. So Toronto will set things up with Buck. So first minor penalty done. Still 2.5 to go in the 5-minute major. That ball knocked down. Good defense by the Snipers. Laycock, Corral down low, and they're going to say no goal. Both officials all over it. Shot clock violation, and with 5:04, that will take us to our final officials timeout. Set to resume after our officials timeout. And a good job to get it over the timeline by Fisher. Chased by a couple of defenders. And does a good job. Shake got tripped up, and unfortunately, a trip doesn't have to be on purpose. It can be accidental, and that's the case here for Patrick Thompson. And I know he lost his balance, but that caused Fisher to go down, and I think a good call on that part. So a penalty, yes, nullifies the power play, 8 seconds. The difference between what's remaining in the Snipers penalty, and Either way, we will play some 4-on-4. Lots of room out on that carpet now. Pilon. Shot well over the net by Maxwell, who has just been a little off here in this game. And I say that based on what he did in week 1, where he was outstanding. So Haynes also has stood tall. So a couple things a little different from week 1 to week 2, and that's to be expected. 14 weeks in the Arena Lacrosse League season. Remember, this year, top 6 teams go to the playoffs. Not all the teams. Top 6 go. Top 2 with a bye. The other 4 will play quarters, and that'll move to the semis and then to the All-Cup final. Good move by Jennings to dip in and out. And that goes up out of play. We'll stay right here. Under 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. The Monarchs trying to hang on for their first win of this season. As Gavin Sky laying down the lumber, and that's a big man and a whole lot of lumber. Snipers will pick that up. I got to take my hat off to Nathan Laycock. He has taken a beating today, and he's just kept on coming. Chance there, rung off the iron, and that's kind of the way the day has gone for the Snipers. Karam picked up. Monarchs on the move. Good crossover shot, and a nice low shot for the finish. So a good job by Ethan Thompson in transition to pretty much seal the deal here with just under 3.5 to go. So you look here at what the Monarchs have done. Gotten some contributions from Riley Ford, Tanner Buck. That's usual. Patrick Thompson, I think, has really stepped up his game. Keelan Pilon has been outstanding for the Snipers. That shot right on. Easy save for Longboat. Scoops that up. He'll look for an outlet. Backdoor. So 1 penalty over, the Toronto penalty over, and 5 seconds left in the Snipers penalty, and finally we'll be back to 5-on-5. And that is the case now. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Behind the net, and Yamada. That's just one of the things in learning the nuances of this game, a little bit of court awareness, where to position yourself, what shots to use, where and when needed. Jennings, good job to get that across. They'll settle things down and work it to Menzies. Whole lot going on in the middle there. Swing back out. Shot from way out from Gesso, saved by Longboat. He'll scoop and outlet. Sends away Poirier. Backdoor has Maxwell. Had a notion, almost gave it away, got it back. We're at the 2-minute warning. That screen, a tough one as Bombury laid the lumber. Dunkerley flips that up now, and Thompson again on that loose ball, and he'll be in no rush, nor should they be here, as we're at the time now where you're looking to play this one out. No injuries, no suspensions. Just a reminder, Whitby Paris tomorrow, 1 p.m. That's followed by Peterborough Ohsweken. That's at 4 p.m. So those teams in action, as good hustle there and great effort. That's what you like to see, despite a game that's out of reach, but Nathan Fair still playing hard. Hess. We're into the final minute. Bombury had it stripped but got it back. He'll take the shot. Haynes right there, peppered, but great job. He has only allowed 3 goals in the second half. And that was the difference. It was 6-3 for the Snipers after one, tied at 6 at the break. Then the Monarchs outscored Six Nations 8-2. in that third quarter, and that's the difference as we're at 59 here. Final 30 seconds of this game. Poirier. He'll take a hack on his way by, get it over into the offensive end. 20 seconds on the game clock. Steinbach Parker gets a screen. 10 seconds remaining. Pilon. Quick shot, Yamada, and a good save by Haynes. That's the way things should end, and they do. 59 the final in favor of the Monarchs. They up their record now to 1-1. The Snipers fall to 0-2. On behalf, of course, of JVI Productions, the Arena Lacrosse League, stick around as we will get to our Player of the Game interview when we come back. Well, don't make me get on you on the air. You know that, right? I'm here with the Arena Lacrosse League Player of the Game, Patrick Thompson. Patrick, a bit of a slow start in week one for you guys, but you did some things different. What would you say was the difference between week one with Toronto and week two?
Yeah, I think week two we definitely came out with a little more urgency, had a lot better effort. With this league, a lot of guys are fast, so that week one game we got off to a slow start, but as the weeks go on, we'll be picking it up, and as you saw that today.
Well, and my thing to you, and we just discussed that, I thought that you had a bit of a slow start. And when I say slow start, I just mean that you're one of the most effective transition players and offensively gifted. So, do you think that you made a more conscious effort today to be a little more offensive-minded?
Yeah, absolutely. And this being the home rink, like we talked about before, a little bit bigger floor, and I can use my legs and get out there and try and cause some chaos.
Final question. So what good things did you see from your team? Now you're 1-1 as opposed to 0-1, which is different, but early in the season, what have you seen that's positive going forward?
Yeah, I think just a lot of team chemistry. We got a lot of new guys compared to the last couple of years here, and working together, getting to know the guys every day, and each week we'll get better and keep coming at it. Congratulations, Patrick Thompson, our Arena Lacrosse League Player of the Game. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Nice job. Cheers, thank you.